recording. I didn't mean to hit record, but it started recording, so I figure I'll just make this video now. I've got my science garb on. This is my lab coat. I wear this when I'm doing any of my, herb packaging or anything like that. Today I sewed something on here, rather ironed it on. It's one of those little print yourself iron-on patches. It says, "Science is not your enemy, but ignorance is always waiting in the shadows." And this is some stuff I did before, some other little things. And this here is a caduceus. The caduceus is the intertwining serpent on the staff. Don't want to get into mythology. There's a lot of metaphors behind it. People have, ideas behind it, from winding a worm around a stick all the way up to the serpents representing parts of man. It's not about what it means, it's about the idea of science. That's what this video here is about. And I figure that it's only appropriate to bring medical and the understanding of, as an herbalist, I am fascinated with the way herbs work, but I'm not negating the fact that drugs as well as synthetic substances do work for many ailments. And that's brought about by science. Science is what brought us all these substances that help us heal. Things as simple as penicillin. And what sets science apart from just superstition is science does experimentation on a variety of different compounds and tells us what works and what doesn't. And then we can decide, well, a majority of people respond a certain way to this because we've documented it. And that's all science is. And it's writing down what happens and taking note so you make sure that you don't make mistakes in the future. And I was going to make this video, detailed and about, what science means, but really there's a war going on against science, and I think that this is very detrimental to our society. On Saturday, Earth Day, the 22nd, there is a nationwide march for science. And I figured I would make this video to mention it, since no one has, or I haven't mentioned it to anyone on any of my videos. We're going as a family. I'm going to take my lab coats and dress up as, scientists. We're going to take our kids and make it an enjoyable experience. But I realize that protests aren't for everyone, and some people think that they don't solve anything or do any good. The last protest we went to was the march against Monsanto, and that was a few years ago, so it's been a while. But this one is important to me. So here's what I have. I have poster board. I bought two large poster boards, and I cut one of them in half. So I have 3 total, and I'm going to take the large one and then the 2 small ones, and I'm going to make myself a few signs to carry. So what I decided what would be interesting is to ask my subscribers what you think I should put on the signs. And I'm sure at least one of them I have a few ideas of what I'd like to see, and I came up with some interesting slogans, but I just want to see what people will post in the comment section, what they think would be a good slogan. Or if you're not the kind of person who likes to post, in public, send me a private message of what you think it should say. And I'll pick the 2 best ones and put them on there. And I'll probably make a video while I'm down there. And, this is something that I think is important, but I know that a lot of people don't believe in science. They think that science is the enemy. And I don't want to tie it in with religion at all, but a lot of religious people that I know, that I've talked to, have even admitted as much as that they hate science because it seems to kind of take the fun out of things, that it seems to negate what they believe to be God. And I would just say that you don't have to take all the mysteries out of life in order to believe in science. Science is merely experimentation. There was a couple quotes that I wrote down, and I don't have them right here, and I wish I did, because they were interesting and they were short quotes. But one of them said something to the effect of, Science is what helps us to understand how certain things work so we can avoid fear and superstition. And it was interesting that the quote started with science and ended with superstition. You know, last year at Soak, the regional Burning Man, the theme was science. And this year, the theme is superstition. And I'm planning on setting up perhaps a little tent. You know, that's the event I'm looking forward to going to this year. Actually, I'm pretty stoked on it. Here we go. My tickets. I'm really excited to go. Superstition is the theme. The event is Soak. It's a regional Burning Man. I'm not a big fan of the, you know, going to huge festivals. I don't really want to go to Nevada Burning Man. I just enjoy this one. It's less than, it's just under 2,000 people. It's pretty small, quaint, and very enjoyable, but you get to really experience, it's not for everyone. Let's just put it that way. But the idea that last year when they had the theme of science, there were so many experiments and just interesting people doing really fun and enjoyable experiments, and these camps which had all these crazy things built in there, science related. This year it's going to be superstition, and so I'm thinking about having maybe a tent where I don't know, you come in and you could basically Soak or Burning Man, it kind of has like theme camps, and I'd like to do a theme camp related to superstition. So if anybody has ideas for that one, let me know too, because that would be great for you guys to contribute on. I kind of have a few ideas that would be fun, but I'll leave that one open. Talk about it later as the time comes. So anyway, any ideas for my science, please let me know. I have many words to write and many paintings to do. Talk to y'all later.